Well, glad to know that $80 I spent ended up with a commentary that was mediocre at best. Just great. Fantastic. Now what do I do?
Ah, god damn it. This is hopefully the final time that I get sent out of nowhere again. Hello. A freshy commentator.
By any chance, are you that Ditto from earlier? Because I'd like to talk about a refund.
I never had a Ditto as an avatar. Wait, what refund? I was just commenting on how I've never seen your face before. Just who are you?
Oh, sorry about that. I'm a commentator called Luckster. I'm a bit of a newbie here, if you couldn't tell. What's your name?
A363MTR. I'm a welcoming committee. Here's your CC hat, your CC badge, and some random gifts I've stolen from certain people. I've also stolen the present for you. Open it up.
Are you sure it's safe? Like there's not a bomb or anything in there?
If it was a bomb, then we would be dead when you opened up the box. Gosh, did you want me to spoil the surprise or not?
Alright, I'll see what I got.
Hey guys, Russia! I would like to buy one ticket to Russia. Russia? What the hell will you be doing there?
Welp, thanks for the material.
Oh, and as an added bonus, as the welcoming committee, I'm being obligated to tell you that it's a co-op.
Oh, so you're going to join then?
What do you think? It's at least my job to try and at least help out the newbies who sadly has potential. Sorries but not sorries. With doing the stress of doing co-ops with one another.
Alright, it can't hurt. Let me just go see if the intro card's okay, and
And if we all could spread a little sunshine, all could light a little fire, we all would be a little closer to our heart's desire.
Or it looks like the intro card came to us.
Sorry about that. I'll just get to the intro statement. Our target today is a well-known commentator slash movie reviewer in this community called Blaze the Movie Fan. He made a commentary on the Irate Gamer's review of Tetris, which is now 9 years old, with the main purpose of entertaining his audience.
Now when it comes to points against the video, there's absolutely nothing new I can bring to the table. But you know what? I have some new jokes slash skits that I can add to the video. And that's exactly what I will be doing.
Not that there's anything wrong with doing that, but as you're about to see, his comedic prowess needs some work.
It was new, original, and widely popular to people around the world.
Hold on a minute, new and original, isn't that a bit redundant? I mean, I know that new and original don't have the exact same definition, but they still have a very similar definition. This is like saying, this is good and I like it.
No, not really. The definitions of new and original are not as similar as you're making them out to be. Something being new refers to how recently it came out, while something being original depends on how different it is from its counterparts. Something being new does not automatically imply that it's original. Heck, it's entirely possible for something to be new while still being unoriginal. Look at Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom, for example. It just came out last month, but not only is it another Jurassic Park movie, it's also another action movie that revolves around dinosaurs. So I would argue that it was somewhat necessary for the irate gamer to make that distinction in order to show that Tetris was not only new, but unique as well.
The same issues can be said for It's Good and I Like It. As shown later on within the video as an example, there can be something that can be very bad but you like it. Ever heard of the phrase, it's so bad that it's good? If not, then I suggest watching The Room as another example, as that's considered to be a cult classic.
But what does the word Tetris actually mean? And what is a Tetris? Well, believe it or not, this actually comes from the Greek word tetra, which means segments containing 4 pieces. And wouldn't you know it, every shape in this game is made up of only 4 blocks. Cool.
I decided to do my own research to find out if this information is accurate, and I was shocked when I found out that this information is indeed very accurate. That leads me to believe that the claim that he didn't do a lot of research wasn't accurate in the slightest. I have a feeling that people only share it because everyone else was saying it. And if that is true, I feel very sorry for Chris Bors, because that just proves that he didn't deserve all the backlash he got back in 2007.
Hi, I'm Luckster, someone who wasn't following the commentary community until 2016, and in turn has never watched any commentaries on the Irate Gamer before. Could you tell me who it was that was making these claims? I'm just saying, if you're saying that it's likely that certain claims made against the irate gamer were false or unjustified, the very least you could do is tell us about some of the people who were making these claims, because not doing so leaves new audience members in the dark with no idea on how bad the backlash was. We just kinda have to take your word for it.
Even then, Root, he showed us one instance where he did his research. That's great, GG, good job, have a chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, can I have?
No, you haven't deserved one yet. Anyways, couldn't one argue that there are other times where he doesn't really do his research? This one instance doesn't entirely mean that he's fully guilty that he couldn't have done some of the other research within either in this video or in his other videos.
They even give you the option of picking out your own choice of background music. So, it's pretty much like a jukebox. I wonder if they have anything by Van Halen. Bitchin'!
I wish this would really happen in a game, but unfortunately the NES is an 8-bit console, so it can't produce music like that.
Hi Blaze, guess who decides to take the point seriously? I'll give you a hint. It's you.
To be fair, I guess Blaze's point might have actually been a joke, given how he said that he came up with new jokes and skits to use in the video, but if that was the case, A, your delivery is no different from the times you were joking, as we'll see in your skits, and B, what's the joke here? Oh, it's an 8-bit console, it can't do that. Where's the punchline? It's just pointing out the obvious with no real comedic reaction to it. So between your delivery and your supposed joke not having much to it other than just stating the obvious, this comes off more like an actual point rather than a joke.
I've got better things to do.
Score really big, and you'll even get the maidens to come out for a bit. Hey baby! Hey, call me sometime!
Let me say something. What the hell are you doing out of the video? Get the fuck back into the video. I have something to say. I have absolutely no respect for cunts like the irate gamer. Okay, what a disrespectful cunt. That's not how you treat women. I mean, what the hell is his problem? I see it. Get the fuck back into the video. Fine.
What? Did I just witness the holy matrimony of Blaze's acting? Oh my... Oh... Oh my god. I need a breather. Oh my gosh. Luckster, you take the point. I just can't.
Okay then. In all seriousness, this skit is hilarious for all their own reasons. Not only is the way you deliver the skit no different from the way you deliver your points, but you don't even try to sound any different from the Tetris lady here. Compare this to one of Ryan's skits, where he interacts with the character that he voices.
Banana!
What?
He got me banana!
He got you a banana?
I go take that home!
Wait, you're gonna take it home?
Notice how Ryan sounds different from the other character he's voicing here? I don't think people would find this skit nearly as funny if Mukisuki sounded exactly like Ryan, because that would just give the impression he was talking to himself. With that said, however, I'm not expecting Ryan or Digital Ty levels of acting here. Rome wasn't built in a day after all, but the least you could do is make your voice sound a bit higher or speak in a falsetto in order to give some difference here. Even Umbrus got this right on his commentary on Brooke and Comet, and yeah, that video got a lot of criticism due to how poorly the Miyu character was implemented, but at the very least there was some differentiation between the two characters' delivery.
They just keep dropping down on you, and there's no way to stop it! What the hell?
That's so fucking funny.
I'm sorry, did I just now hear the voices of children screaming in agony?
Oh come on, his laugh was not that bad.
Wait, since when did I mean by that? No, what I really meant was the children screaming in agony. Of boredom. Like, Blaze, I'm sorry, but what you're essentially doing is making the point that's agreeing with someone, without bringing in anything new to the table or giving out an explanation as towards why that's the overall case.
Judging from what you said in some of your recent videos, I get that you think bringing up positive aspects of a video is important to helping someone improve, but can you at least try to explain why those aspects are positive and touch on the elements that make it work? Because that would actually tell your target what they're doing right. If all you have to say is, that's funny, that doesn't really give your target anything to go off of. It's the equivalent of a commentator saying that their joke isn't funny, and just leaving it at that, with no further explanation.
To your long didn't listen version, Congratulations on making a pointless interjection.
Now this may be a stupid question, but what the hell is going on over here? Every time a block is dropped, these little bars go up. Now I know when you play a two-player game, this side becomes the second player side. But does this stuff actually mean anything? Will something actually happen if I get all these bars to the top of the screen? I'm not sure, but I think it's time we find out. Can you guess what happens next? I'm not gonna believe it. Absolutely fucking nothing! You ass biter! How damn pointless was that? Why the fuck is this even here? I mean, why not post a warning for this kind of shit? Something like warning. These bars are fucking pointless. That's all I ask.
Did you really expect something big to happen when those reach the top? The purpose of these bars are very fucking obvious. They're statics that are there to show you how much of each type of blocks you have destroyed.
Blaze, you're wrong. It's not towards how much you've destroyed. It's actually how much blocks you've dropped / currently dropping. Like, you are right on how it's supposed to be for statistics and that's really it. But Irate Gamer is technically right in that aspect of how it's the blocks being dropped, as he actually stated within the clip.
Well, Tetris was created by a guy in Russia.
A guy in Russia, you say? Well, let's go over there and meet him, shall we?
Oh no, not again.
Yes, how can I help you? I would like to buy one ticket to Russia. Russia? What the hell will you be doing there? I'm there to meet some guy in Russia. Alright, fair enough, this will cost you. Hello, how can I help you? Yes, I'm looking for some guy in Russia. That's me. Really? Yep, my name is some guy in Russia, even though I am an American. Cool, let me ask you something. Go ahead. Is it true that you made the Atari Tetris game? Sure did, but that was such a long time ago. Alright, fair enough. Anyway, back to the commentary.
Okay, so not only does this skit have the same problems as the last one, but if I could bring up something that I didn't touch on then, that would be the pacing. The way you converse with your characters doesn't feel natural to how they always start talking after the sentence is finished. Most conversations tend to have some pauses in between, where the people involved react to the information they've been told. Cutting every single pause out of the conversation not only makes your skits come off as stilted, but it causes the entire skit to go at the same pace. Which means there's no time to let the joke sit with the audience, no build up to the main punchline, and therefore no funny moments that stand out. And that's not even mentioning how abrupt the ending of your skit was. You just take us out of the skit entirely and say, alright, back to the commentary, which was honestly pretty jarring. Timing and pacing is essential to comedy, and your skits need some serious work on both of these aspects.
It's really annoying because there's nothing worse than having things just dropping down on you. Whoa!
Now I can tell that a lot of effort was put into this, and it looks good. And I'm not referring to the fact that he made a sprite move in the video. I can easily make an image move, and that would take me 5 minutes at most in my editing software. But I'm referring to the sprite itself. There is of course a possibility that Chris Spurs made the sprite himself from scratch. And if that is true, he sure put a lot of effort into making it, since this didn't look like it was easy to draw at all. But even if he didn't, it still looks fucking awesome.
What? Okay, first of all, no. Super Mario World would like to have a word with you on that. Secondly, I get for the fact that you're saying if it is true, but you got any proof on the matter that he made or edited the sprites? Because that's a pretty bold claim that's not apparent when you compare the two. And thirdly, good god, is your wording here poorly managed. Like, bringing in the movement part is kinda unneeded and distracts from your overall point. Just mention the part about how he's editing the sprites and that's it.
Come to think of it, there are far more good things I can say about this episode than there are bad things. Yeah, it's very easy to find positive aspects of an Irate Gamer episode if you look for them. The fact that there are many good things to find about an Irate Gamer show makes me feel sad that barely anyone gave him credit for doing anything right back in 2007. Most people who made videos on him back in 2007 were just talking about how fucking awful the Irate Gamer show is. And that is sad. I'm sure people gave him credit for doing something right in 2012, but by then, the Irate Gamer was a dead topic. It truly is sad that nobody gave him credit for doing anything right back when he was a hot topic.
Yes, Blaze, we get it. It's a shame no one gave Irate Gamer credit at the time. Do you really have to keep repeating this, though? Even ignoring how you're leaving your audience in the dark again by not telling us who these commentators were, you've already said this statement before, and you're going to say it again in your final thoughts. I get that you want to give credit where credit is due, but this is honestly just repetitive.
I'm just gonna sit back today and relax. Let's see, maybe I'll play a game I haven't played yet. Here's one. Yoshi's Cookie.
If he really reviewed that game, that would be beyond fucking awesome, but he never gets around to it. Now, to be fair though, this isn't false advertising, since he never claimed that he is gonna review this game. This is nothing more but a joke, and a pretty good one.
We don't really buy the overall concept of how it's not false advertising as it's just a joke. If so, then why did he put it at the end of the video, making it somewhat of a big deal about it via with how it's supposed to be yet another puzzle game? Reverse tends to do that shtick with having it as a joke and tying that up with the next review. Take a look at Nostalgia Critic for a huge example of this as he tries to tie in the Lorax after reviewing Swamp Princess. So yeah, after that he makes his overall final thoughts, and since we don't really have anything else to say about that, let's make our own. You want me to go first, or nah?
Oh, it's fine. You can go.
Alrighty then. So, Blaze, we finally meet via commentary. How exciting. So, if I were to change the video since you were trying to aim it more towards comedy, then what I would do is try and learn about structuring your skits. The way that you acted them out, as well as with the spacing between you and some of the other characters, come out as rather jarring. I would also focus on what makes a punchline if you want to tell some more jokes, as we don't really know if some of those points being presented in the video was either you making a joke or really you trying to take the joke seriously. I would also say some of the other things about like focus on making better points and whatnot, but if you want to actually try to be funny in a comedic way, then I would say study up on what makes the joke work and practice on having some good delivery. As for the video itself, I wouldn't necessarily say that's the worst commentary that you've made. I think there was like, I don't know, 1 or 2 points that you've made previously that was actually decent or something. And besides, I honestly think that your commentary on Clay Claymore was considered the worst, as I kinda still have a script for that. And to be fair, this is actually one of the better videos I've covered within my commentary career. However, I wouldn't necessarily say that this video was good either. I think after listening towards our points and the final thoughts would be enough advice without repeating myself, so I think you'll be capable of trying to improve on yourself. Alright, I'm done. Now you have the floor.
Blaze, if I could bring up a couple of issues I have with your commentaries in general lately, it's how you go about praising the positive aspects of your target and the way you express your opinion on their video. A lot of your positive interjections more or less amount to, I like this, I thought this was good, which doesn't really give much in terms of criticism or advice. If you just want to express your opinions on a video, well, that's fine, but I'm not sure commentaries are the best way to do that. I've noticed you tend to structure your commentaries in a similar way that you do your reviews, and while both reviews and commentaries are centered around critique, commentaries tend to focus more towards debate than reviews do. And after so many interjections that have little to nothing to do with your target's points, it just makes me sit there thinking that your commentary would have worked better if it was a rant or a simple impressions video. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying that you can't give your personal opinion in commentaries. Heck, the whole point of Final Thoughts is to express one's overall opinion on a video. But if you don't really have much to argue against a video you want to cover, like your commentary on Chris Stuckman, I'd recommend retitling your video Thoughts on Chris Stuckman's Empire Strikes Back review. Or something like that, since calling it a commentary implies that the video will be more argumentative than anything else. At the end of the day, these are just suggestions, but I do hope that you'll take what we have to say into consideration.
So, like I said, welcome to the commentary community, Luckster. Also, here's a fee.
Hold on, you didn't say anything about an admission price.
It's a committee, what do you expect? Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to find some more freshies.
Hey, hold on!
Whoosh!